I think Kendrick Lamar is a very special individual.
Right.
I think he is a deep thinker. I think he is a big part of what is unifying and energizing the West Coast right now. And I think he was severely underestimated.
That's an excellent point. He was severely underestimated, and not even by Drake. Drake did, but more by the fans. All right, man, Torture Talk After Hours. You know what it is. So look, man, Exhibit has some things to say about this Kendrick and Drake battle, and I thought it was interesting, so I wanted to bring it to y'all. Make sure y'all like, share, subscribe. Let's get into it.
This Drake and Kendrick thing first started. Drake is the biggest artist in the world. I believe Kendrick took a shot first, right? I believe, motherfuck the big three. Homie, this is not big, this is just big me. But Kendrick has been known for this.
Mm-hmm. No, but they've been going back and forth.
No, but remember, Kendrick went at the whole New York at one point. He was like, I'm
It's one thing I could say about New York niggas, man. The bias never stops. And a lot of times, I'll be honest with y'all, they don't really be knowing what they be talking about. A lot of New York dudes just say anything. Like, it's crazy to me how this whole dynamic plays out between, like, with New York and Cali, and it spills over. Now I know he's probably, because it's like, to me, it's like a natural unknown thing that New York dudes do, and I even say New York, just East Coast dudes do. It's like they have this natural hate against Cali, and I know it's like, oh well, is he really saying anything? But Kendrick never started that. He never started that. And on top of that, you're saying that he came at the whole New York. He didn't come at the whole New York. He said he controlled both coasts. Isn't that what rap is supposed to be about? Like, you know what I'm saying? He said, oh, Kendrick's known for this. He's known for coming at, no. And then he said the big three. No, obviously, where did that bar come from? That came from J. Cole. So you got to provide some context. You can't just be like, well, he said F the big three. You know what I'm saying? It's just big me. No, he said that because they said that about him. So, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. Let's keep it going.
Right, fuck, I'm the king of New York, right? Like, caused this whole controversy. But this time, this is something kind of really, 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 really different, right? Did you understand what Kendrick was doing from the beginning? Or this was something that, after you saw it, you was like,
I mean, look, dude, you have to take a step back first, because you don't know what's happening behind the scenes. There's always something happening behind the scenes that we're not aware of.
Right.
It spilled over into something else. But here's what I will say about that. I think Kendrick Lamar is a very special individual.
Right.
I think he is a deep thinker. I think he is a big part of what is unifying and energizing the West Coast right now. And I think he was severely underestimated.
That's an excellent point. He was severely underestimated, and not even by Drake. Drake did, but more by the fans. The fans really wrote Kendrick off. And a lot of rappers did too. A lot of y'all rappers really wrote Kendrick off. I said from the beginning that Kendrick was going to wash Drake because I could see the writing levels of the two. But y'all really was out here saying that Kendrick was going to lose. A lot of y'all really was saying this. And I'm like, what? Like, where? How do you see this? Like, I don't understand it. But he was severely underestimated, and this is what happens when you are severely underestimated.
And when you look at the parable of David and Goliath, and you see, somebody who's, very, dismissive or very arrogant or very, feeling like, because Drake wasn't talking the way he's talking now at the beginning, but when Kendrick wasn't saying nothing, you know what I'm saying? It was just like, it was very funny. It was very poking holes, and he did the Tupac thing.
Drop and give me 50.
Yeah. Doing the Tupac AI thing.
Right.
I mean, I don't agree with the whole David and Goliath thing. I don't think Drake was like Goliath, if that's what he's implying, and Kendrick was like David. I just don't. I don't subscribe to that. I think they both were big in their own right. You know what I'm saying? In theory, I guess what he's saying is Drake is the biggest artist in the world versus somebody who's, but I'm looking at it from the point of view, if you comparing that, it would be like Drake versus a nobody, or somebody like, I ain't gonna say nobody, but somebody like me that's battling Drake and then I beat Drake. You know what I'm saying? To me, that's a more better comparison. But Kendrick Lamar has multiple platinum records. He's a successful rapper. He's been doing this for a long time. So it's not like, oh man, he's just doing this just to do it. You know what I'm saying? No. And he made significant points in hip hop down his career and history. So I just don't see the comparison. But I understand where he's going with it, but I just don't see that comparison. I don't.
You talk about feeling disrespect. I mean, the whole coast, we love Tupac.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The world love Tupac. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, God, you know what? I've never asked that question. So when Drake sampled, I want to say sampled or AI did, right? AI did. Right. So because Kendrick's line was, "You think the coast is gonna let you disrespect Pac, nigga?" I think that Oakland show might be your last stop, nigga. You telling me that that's how people really took it? Like,
yeah, he took some liberties with that, and look, dude, I got no dog in this fight.
Yeah, no, I know.
But
none of us do.
Yeah, but the West Coast is where I'm at, and that's what's up. You know what I'm saying? Right. And so Kendrick is.
This is exactly why I respect West Coast dudes. Exactly why. Old, young, it doesn't matter. They take a position and they stand there. I mean, you got some defectors here and there, but for the most part, you don't really see this on the East Coast. A lot of East Coast dudes don't do stuff like this. They don't be supportive to the point where they're taking you. I'll give you a perfect example, right? This is a perfect example. Joey Badass dropped a song dissing the West Coast, or seemingly dissing the West Coast, right? And all of these West Coast dudes jumped out the window, right? But where was the East Coast dudes to defend Joey? And a lot of the West Coast dudes jumped out the window to defend Kendrick, right? But where was the West Coast dudes at? I mean, the East Coast dudes to defend Joey. There wasn't nowhere around. That's my point right there. The love in Cali is totally different from the love on the East Coast. It's totally different, man. Totally different.
Is definitely ruling the pack. You know what I'm saying? And he's setting the tone.
Right.
And so, I just think that what we're seeing now is
I ain't drinking a week. Hold on.
What we're seeing now is the repercussions of stepping on somebody that you shouldn't have stepped to.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they're not even in the same class. In my opinion, Drake should have just put out a fucking massive hit for the women and went on about his business. You know what I'm
saying? Wow. I couldn't have said that better than that. That's true. That's true. What are we talking about here? You stepped to somebody that you shouldn't have stepped to. That's just the bottom line. Like, you should have never stepped to Kendrick, bro. I don't care how brave you think you are. Look at the repercussions of it. Look at it. Look at the repercussions of what happened. You know what I'm saying? If he would have never stepped to Kendrick, all this would have never happened. Kendrick would have been still successful. Drake would have been still where he's at. Cole would have been where he's at. But you did this, and this is what happened to you. And I'm telling you, man, I can't believe it.
Oh, you saying like after
after the first shot, you know what I'm saying? But pride is a motherfucker. Ego's a motherfucker.
Yeah, but he kept going. I remember at one point I was coming downstairs to smoke weed, and it was like another Drake record drop. And I was like, oh, okay. And I felt at that point, at that time, I felt Drake was being the bully. Mm-hmm. This is before Kendrick had dropped anything. I think.
Well, Drake only dropped 2 joints. Like he dropped the one joint, push-ups. Then he dropped Tailor Made. That was it. How you figure he was being a bully? He took 2 weeks. He took longer to drop it. And then Kendrick dropped Euphoria. And then they went back and forth. So basically it was Drake dropped push-ups and Tailor Made. Then Kendrick dropped Euphoria 616. Then Drake dropped Family Matters. Then Kendrick dropped Meet the Grams and Not Like Us. Then Drake dropped Heart Part 6. And it was over. That was the battle right there. And Drake lost.
A lot of people forget that time. Remember when he just kept dropping?
Yeah, I mean, they both did that back
Shit,
and forth.
I was downstairs on my
and the Chrysler 300 looked like a motherfucking Bentley until a real Bentley rolled up. You know what I'm saying? And you see that motherfucker.
I'm not gonna lie, X.
That's crazy. So you comparing Drake to a Chrysler 300 is nuts, bro. A Chrysler 300 is a look-alike Bentley until a Bentley actually roll up. And then it's like, and we all know, Exhibit know a lot about cars. We know that. You know what I'm saying? But bro, that's crazy. That's crazy. And you know the crazy thing is, I don't know if this interview came out before Drake dropped that new freestyle or that new song he did, or after. If this came out before, then that's the reason why Drake put that exhibit bar in his John. But this is crazy. This is a good interview. Good interview so far. Real good. Let's keep going.
I knew Kendrick was ill. I knew Kendrick was the man. I knew Kendrick could hold it down. I didn't know Kendrick. I didn't know.
You didn't know Kendrick was a scientist.
I did not know.
A master chess player.
Yeah, he's playing chess.
I knew. No. Because I'm on hip hop. Let me not downgrade myself like that. I just didn't know to the extent that he went. Because I'm gonna be honest. This new album, what is it? NHL?
Yeah.
What?
GNX. Yeah.
GNX. I said NHL. I thought it was about national.
NHL. Like, come on, bro. Like, knock it off, bro. I'm telling you, it's only these New York. It's only these. No, I ain't say New York. It's only these East Coast dudes that do stuff like this, bro. And I'm an East Coast dude, and I'm telling y'all now, East Coast dudes always do stuff like this, bro. They can never just respect who's in the position right now, bro. It's always some goofy stuff.
Grand National. Yeah. Grand National X. It's a car.
When I first heard it, and then I was like, damn, man, it doesn't seem like he's having fun. Right?
Oh, yeah.
And then,
oh, no, this is absolutely fun. Are you fucking serious?
It was an LA guy there. It was an LA guy there, big up Dion. And Dion was like, nah, man, we just have fun a little bit different from y'all. Yeah. And I was like, all right, cool. And I listened to it the next day, and I understood. Like, it literally took somebody from Los Angeles.
Why didn't you think he was having fun?
Because I just felt like he was dealing with survivor's remorse. I didn't feel like he was, like, enjoying.
I don't know what he mean by that. Survivor's remorse? What does he mean by that? I know what that means, but why would he use that there? Like he survived and he's remorseful about what he did to Drake. I'm guessing that's what he's saying. Maybe he's saying he feel like he's dealing with he didn't want to end Drake. Maybe that's what he mean by survivor's remorse. I don't know. I have no clue about why he would say that. Maybe y'all can help me in the comments, but I'm lost on that one.
In the moment, but I had to hear it again. When I heard it the second and third time, then I was like, oh, okay, he's enjoying the moment, but he's enjoying it in his way.
Right. Yeah. I mean, look, I don't hang around with Kendrick. I'm not even gonna claim to be in his circle. Circle is tight. I know. You know, my family works with him. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's really dope to see him have his own lane. You know what I'm saying? And do it the way he's doing it.
Right.
Like, but still have the full backing of everybody that came before him. You know what I'm saying? That's fucking dope. And he's inclusive.
Right.
You see some cats that's young and they come up and they just dismiss everybody. They gonna fuck that nigga, fuck him, fuck everybody, it's me, and all this shit. And I think that's what we saw. You know what I'm saying? Like Drake was, you know, damn near #1 for a decade, if not more. You know what I'm saying? More. And he felt untouchable. So it's very dope to see, you know, Kendrick coming to his own. And I'm pretty sure he was pushed in a lot of ways from that situation. But to see what he turned into and to see what he represents and what he means to us on the coast, it's fantastic. It's dope.
This is exactly why you gotta respect these West Coast dudes, because they always have a good reason. And to me, I feel like West Coast dudes, they always stand on business, in my opinion. And I like the culture of the West Coast, and I like how they move. You know what I'm saying? I like how they support each other. And it's a little bit different. But the thing is, I look at it from this point of view. When they talk about how big Drake is, and I say to myself, Drake is a manufactured hit maker. He's on every playlist across Spotify at one point. Even songs, country, songs people who don't even understand English, he's on the playlist. Now, some people would say, well, that's how big he was, but you have to understand, if UNG or whoever's promoting him that way, they said, put him on this list, put him on this playlist, of course he's going to be the biggest artist. Now, Drake has always been a big artist, but I think a lot of people is being misled, because if he was so much of a big artist, in my opinion, whenever he dropped something, it would go #1. But he dropped something and it didn't even chart like that. So, I mean, who knows? But yeah, that's it right there, man. You know what it is. Yeah, man, I'm going to get a green screen for the back of me. You know what I'm saying? So I know y'all see all my stuff back there. It ain't nothing junky. It's just a bunch of colognes, and that's about it. But yeah, man. So that's all I'm saying. I actually think that he just went into the shark infested waters and he got ate up. That's it. I don't think there's really nothing else to it. I think that Kendrick, you know, put the moves on him. And that was it. But thank y'all for joining me. I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all have yourself a good evening. See y'all. Peace. Bye.